Hey everybody, I don't know about you, but I kind of need to escape the city just for a minute, kind of feeling claustrophobic, but also just incredibly lazy. So I don't want to do anything too strenuous, too big ticket. Instead, I think I found just the thing. So come with me on an easy and chill hike as we explore the Kuhflucth waterfalls. Alright, here we go again. Ben's looking for a low-key day trip, and that can only mean one thing, that I'm heading down Garmisch Way yet again. So as usual, we're going to be taking the RB train from the Munich Hauptbahnhof in the direction of Garmisch-Partenkirchen. They run all the time, you know that, so there's no need to worry about scheduling. All that being said though, I found room for a smidge of creativity today, and that we'll be exiting one stop north of Garmisch-Partenkirchen in the town of Farchant, which I've never been to. Many say it's far less traffic and the trails more quiet. There's only one way to find out. Alright, so peace and quiet as promised. It's exactly what I thought too. I mean, the train to Garmisch-Partenkirchen, as you'd think, was incredibly busy. So much English, so many tourists. I mean, I guess kind of like myself. But they're not in the know like I am, or you're gonna be, in the fact that Farchant, I mean, it's peaceful. And that's exactly what I was looking for today. So now that we're here, all I have to do is kind of cross those train tracks and get out into the hills over there. Let's get going. Getting to the trails really is that simple. No hyperbole. Here's the map. We really only need to just cross those tracks and walk straight through the little village until it abruptly melts away at the edge of an alpine forest, which of course is our destination. From here, well, just keep walking deeper into that deep, dark forest until you come across a roaring river and the jumping off point for our day. Man, I absolutely love stuff like this. And it only took us about 15 minutes from the train station to get here to what I have lovingly dubbed the Trident. You see, it's from here that the main path that we took is gonna fork and web out all over these hills. It's absolutely crazy. It can be really easy to get lost because of that, so follow your map closely. But I guess on the counter to that, it's really easy to find another little trail to take you back where you need it to be. Of course though, we're only interested in two of these hikes today. One of them to my right, a super easy, very simple flat ground meadow hike. Should be really, really chill. And then of course after that, to get our blood pumping, we're gonna follow this river up into the mountain, crush some elevation, and go and see an awesome waterfall. Should be a ton of fun. Let's go check out that meadow first. All right, so now that I'm done with the warm-up, how do I feel? Well, for me, it's not quite enough for a full day, if you know what I mean, but it was tons of fun. I mean, zero elevation and the beautiful meadows, you know, for a lot of people, that's gonna be absolutely perfect because not everybody's a hiker, not everybody's a rambler. But if you're out here, I really hope at least you try something like this so you can get out and enjoy it. Though, now that I'm done with that, I do need a little bit more. So I'm gonna go have a bit of lunch, rest up, and then we'll talk about the elevation and follow in that river. All right, so now that I'm warmed up by the meadow and satiated by the sandwich, it's about time we finally start crushing that mad elevation. I mean, I say mad, but we're not gonna be doing that much because today's supposed to be a chill day, right? One thing that I can say though, before we start that walk, is how much I love how many benches there are laid out along the river. It makes for so many awesome lunch spots. But like I said, that's behind us. So let's go check out that waterfall. in the spirit of today's chillness, I'd recommend a leisurely pace along the river. Though the large Kuhflucth waterfall is indeed very cool and stunning, it isn't the only thing that you're going to be seeing today, as along the way there are plenty of small waterfalls, lots of engaging art pieces, and even a shallow pool of ice-cold river water that some say grants you good luck if you can cross your way through it. Not that I'm going to bother trying, maybe in the summer. Though more demanding than the Meadow Trail, it's incredibly chill and strikes me as a great option for people with children. The walk is only about an hour, and with all the oddities, it is indeed very engaging. In fact, we felt a little out of place, having no children with us as we lapped past all the families along the trail. Perhaps I should have walked at a leisurely pace. Alright, so that didn't take long to climb our way up to the base of the waterfall, passing by all of those awesome benches and picnic spots. Now, as I've seen, a lot of people actually just come up here, take a good picture, and then go back down. But those in the know will go about 15 more minutes up the elevation across the bridge, where you can get pretty close to some really awesome parts of the waterfall. Let's go do that now. All right, so that's about it, right? Not bad at all. Definitely an interesting contrast to the meadow hike, because this was an awful lot of work. But I'd say for all of the awesome waterfalls we've seen, and especially this one, it was well worth it. Now, technically the trail does continue up to a really beautiful point, but I've heard it's a lot of unmaintained switchbacks that are pretty sharp for about an hour. That doesn't sound very chill to me. Today was supposed to be a chill day. So I think this is where I'll call it. I'll see you at home for the conclusion. Hey everybody, and welcome back to our apartment in Munich after a lovely little walkabout. Now, of course, there's not a ton to say about this video, you can imagine that. However, of course, we can always give you a recommendation. So Camille, why don't you go ahead and tell us, who would you recommend this for?
So I would recommend this video for people who live in the area, right? If you're living more than an hour and a half travel time away from this area, I wouldn't really recommend coming here. It was really nice. You know, we really needed to get out of the city and didn't want to do too much planning, didn't want to do too much physical exercise. So it was perfect for us. But if you live really, really far away, I just think there are better things to come into Bavaria to see.
No, that's totally reasonable. It was a wonderful day out with you, as always. However, it wasn't really a big enough ticket item to really make it. However, that being said, we've covered the area immensely. So if you like this video, please go and check those out. You're gonna like them because they're well worth coming down to Garmisch for. We've got the Zugspitze, Eibsee, Werdenfels Castle, and Partnerklamm Gorge. And those are all only 15 minutes away from where we just were. So definitely come down to Bavaria for those. And hey, if you've got some time, you could totally do this as well if you felt in the mood for it. But I think that's it for now, guys. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.